Kapiling natin sa ating linya ng komunikasyon ang isang legal luminary at retired Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio. Magandang araw po sa inyo. Si Bombo Dennis Hamito po ito. Together with me, si Bombo Jaira Hangayo. Welcome to the program. Ano po ang inyong masasabing obserbasyon doon sa naging takbo po ng impeachment process dyan sa Kamara laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte at ano po ang inaasahan nyo hinggil dito, Justice?
Maghihiring. The Vice President will be given 10 calendar days to submit the comment or answer. So, magkakahiring ito. So, yun ang the normal procedure will follow.
Okay, hindi na po kaya maulit yung dating legal hindrance o yung naging kumbaga kinasadlakan nung unang impeachment case dahil mukhang pagdating dyan sa Supreme Court ay nauwi o napuntosan dun ho sa issue ng teknikalidad at hindi rin na rin ho ito umusad dun sa panig ho ng Senado bilang impeachment court sana. Hindi ho kaya maulit ito, Justice?
Well, yung bagong ruling on the second mode, binalik nila sa old procedure So, wala na yon yung direct filing. Dito sa first procedure, which is happening now, this is naman in accordance with the House rules, no? At saka, the House rules is very clear na the respondent will be given 10 days to answer, and if the committee wants the respondent to present evidence in person or by lawyer, pwede naman. So I think that will happen. So I don't think this can be faulted. No, this procedure now can be faulted because I'm sure they will afford the VP Sara opportunity to be heard at the committee level.
Okay, pero may pending ho, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, meron din pong reklamo kay Vice President Sara Duterte doon sa Office of the Ombudsman. So, Justice, just to enlighten lang, ano po yung publiko, could you please explain a little, paano ho kaya magiging handling doon sa reklamo laban kay Vice President Sara doon sa Ombudsman? Hindi na ba ito matutuloy dahil may ongoing impeachment process?
No, that will proceed simultaneously dahil whatever if the ombudsman finds grounds to charge, the ombudsman will have to refer that to the House. Kasi you cannot file a criminal case of an impeachable officer. The officer has to be impeached first, no, and convicted. So ano yan? That's just administrative investigation lang yan. The ombudsman can continue, but whatever findings he has, if it's adverse against the impeachable officer, ang pwede nilang gawin is to refer it to the House.
I see. At least malinaw naman at alam ng publiko kung anong kanilang aabangan. Okay, by the way, Justice, may katanungan din po ang aking katandem dito, si Bombo Jaira. Bombo Jaira, with your questions.
Okay, Justice, may iba lang po tayo kasi on the past few weeks naging mainit yung diskusyon kaugnay hindi lamang sa West Philippine Sea but as well doon sa Kalayaan Island Group. Matutuloy po ba kayo, Justice, ang debate ninyo with Senator Marcoleta on Kalayaan Island Group issue?
Well, I proposed a topic. Ayaw ni Senator Marcoleta. Nag-propose siya. Nag-propose ako ng neutral topic na, well, general, no? General topic na simple lang. Is there a West Philippine Sea? Dahil ipa-iba-iba yung salita niya. Sabi niya, wala. Ngayon, sinasabi niya, meron. Sabi niya na, hindi ko naman sinabi yan. Joke lang yun. So, simple na lang. Is there a West Philippine Sea? Yun lang. At saka he walked back what he was saying. Sabi niya yung apat na isla natin sa Kalayaan Group pamimigay na natin yan dahil outside our EEZ. Winok back niya, no? Sabi niya, biro lang daw yun. So, mahirap kung alamin kung anong intention niya, no? So, sasabihin niya, joke only. Tapos, one day, sabi niya, serious ito. Tapos, the next day, joke ito. So, simple na lang. Is there such a West Philippine Sea? Pero ngayon, sinasabi niya merong West Philippine Sea. So, kaya lang daw walang mga walang mga geographical coordinates. Hindi naman required yan to have a maritime zone. That is just to inform the navigators, pero hindi essential yan, no? It does not affect your rights to the zone or to exploit the zone. So, tingnan natin kung anong sasabihin niya doon sa latest proposal because that's with the Philippine Bar Association already.
Okay. What can you say naman, Justice, sa mga possibilities na maapektuhan ang ating overseas Filipino workers dahil sa anumang hakbang natin laban sa China?
Alam mo, when we decided to file the first arbitration sa The Hague during the time of President Aquino, Noynoy Aquino, pinag-aralan na natin yan na ano ang gagawin ng China pag nag-retaliate sila. They will ban our workers, they will ban our imports. Mas maperwisyo, they will suffer more dahil we import more from them. Pag mag-trade war sila, they export more to us. Very minimal yung export natin sa kanila. Our investments there are higher. Mas malaki ang investments ng mga Taipan natin doon sa China than their investments here. We studied the trade flows, the investment flows, and we can withstand it. In fact, they will suffer more.
And ano din po yung masasabi niyo, Justice, dahil mainit nga yung naging diskusyon dito sa West Philippine Sea. For the sake na tumahimik lamang at ma-end na yung usapin dito, maraming nagsasabi no, the last resort, i-give up na lang ang West Philippine Sea para sa katahimikan, lalo na para sa kalakalan. Ano po yung stand niyo dito, Justice?
Well, alam ng mga ekonomista yan, pinag-aralan na yan during the time of yung trade flows. So what are the consequences if China imposes trade bans, no? Secondly, mas mahalaga yung West Philippine Sea. Na if we lose the West Philippine Sea, we lose more than what we will lose in a trade war. Far, far more. So if you look at the value, ang priority natin is to defend it kasi mas mahalaga ito, na super. Ang walang comparison yung trade natin ngayon. Mahalaga yung oil, fish, gas, at mga mineral resources dyan sa, yung West Philippine Sea, mas malaki pa yan sa area ng Philippine territory natin. Yung land territory natin, mga 300 square kilometers lang. Yung ating West Philippine Sea, a little more than 300,000 square kilometers. Yan ang mawawala sa atin. That's why, yan ang priority natin. Pag ipamimigay mo yan o hindi mo depensahan, mawawala sa atin yan, mas malaking mawawala sa atin.
Okay, thank you so much, Justice Abang Budalis.
Iyan. Siguro magkaroon na lamang po tayo ng mga susunod na pagkakataon. Makausap pa namin kayo hinggil sa iba pang malalaking paksa. Maraming salamat po, Justice, and good morning.
Maraming salamat sa mga viewers natin.
Mga kabombo at mga ka-Star Nation, nakausap po natin ang retired Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice, si Justice Antonio Carpio.
For the most trusted source of news and information, visit our website at www.bomboradio.com. Follow us on Bombo Radio mobile app, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and X, formerly Twitter. Like, share, and stay connected. Anytime, anywhere.